my knowledge is that encyclopedic anymore. I feel like the golden age for me when it comes to VTubers has kind of died off a bit. And now I'm like, I've become a lot more picky with VTubers. And honestly, I feel like the future that I want to see with VTubers, like the content I want to consume more of, is more high quality video content. I feel like there's an oversaturation of regular streamers. We've hit kind of a wall, in my opinion, with VTubing in its current state. The inevitable reality is that VTubers are rapidly becoming more and more mainstream, and the more and more mainstream that VTubers become, the more VTubers are going to need to adapt, because creating content that appeals to people who already have knowledge of VTubers isn't going to cut it anymore, because the new audience is going to come in. Like, the VTuber culture right now is coming off the end of like 2011 YouTube. You know when like Let's Play stuff massively popped off and you had like all these big creators who exploded overnight, like PewDiePie and Markiplier, and they were all playing like horror games. They were all playing the same games and they were all popping off for like the same things, and everybody's content was a little bit unrefined. Like, it was great, but content is like still good now, but it's just like very different. When all that stuff started to pop off, you know, like PewDiePie playing like Amnesia and stuff, like the phase after that was like the normies really flooding it, you know? It's like all that content felt like it exploded, but what would come after it was like the real dawn of YouTube becoming mainstream. And that's when we started to see more content oriented not just at people who already played video games, who already liked video games, who already watch YouTube. We started to see content that was targeted more at like a general audience, and we started to see YouTubers taking more sponsorships. Stuff like Mio came onto the scene, which is one of like the original YouTube sponsorships that got spammed at the beginning of every fucking video. And games started to sponsor YouTubers to play their stuff. I think VTuber is like between those two spaces right now. I remember when it was seen as really cool that somebody got a sponsor, because that wasn't a thing that happened. I think there is definitely parts of entertainment that have been ruined by business and over monetization. But I also think there are things that just could not exist without business and over monetization. My personal prediction is that if VTubing is following the path of like Let's Play YouTube content, then I think what's coming up next is more mainstreamification and the evolution of more refined content. You're gonna see a lot more VTubers doing like shorter, snappier content. Stuff like 10-minute videos. I think Kizuna Ai is the future. But like old Kizuna Ai, ironically.
Cookie! It's a pink rabbit! Oh my god! It's Peppa! It's a pink rabbit!